Hello, I'm back again. All right, so it's been a while. I've been looking at this Karbach one, Hella Chella. Long time. It says Chella means cerveza and Hella means a lot. And in this case, it adds up to a whole lot of taste. Hella Chella is a Tex-Mex mashup of citrus and spice. Brings the heat up, brunch, lunch, or whenever your brunch gets together. Enjoy it. Piquito Percoso, take on a Tex-Mex classic. So, over here in Texas, they claim a lot of Tex-Mex and all that. A lot of it's Mexican culture fused in with American culture as it went in. You know, migrants come in, took over certain areas. They're very family oriented to share. They tend to get along. So the thing is, Chella is a slang term that's for Chelada. Been a long time, or for cerveza, really. When I was young, probably before then, Clamato was just poured into beer. I don't know who started it or what it was. Somebody decided to get tomato juice and clam juice, stuck it together. That's been around forever. And then some Hispanics loved it and they put it into the beer. It was kind of like a hangover cure, like Bloody Mary. Over time, they started adding spices and things like that. At the time, Lucas was used very much. It had a citrus, sugar, lime, all that stuff. Lime started getting put in there, and now you got, cheladas. Cheladas, for me, were the ones I grew up and understand. Coming here to Texas, micheladas, I guess Michoacan had their own spice blend that came this direction, and that made that popular. So it's known as micheladas over here. No matter what, it is from the mixture of the Mexican culture, bringing these things together. In the end, I enjoy it. It usually goes with seafood. It's usually a great hangover cure. On average, if you like Bloody Marys, you're gonna like it. It varies. The only thing with beer, on a second note, is they put citrus in there. Once you remove citrus juice from the pulp of the fruit, it loses its flavor. So I do not like people that take pulp out of the orange juice or lemon or lime juice because it does not taste the same. It still has acidity, but the flavor of the fruit disappears. The best thing you can do is either derive the oils from it. Sometimes that can be bitter, or put citrus in there, or leave the pulp in. Pulp is the only thing, for some reason, just holds on to the flavor. Within a 4-hour period, as it's away from the pulp, it slowly dissipates. And if you ever had salsa the next day, it doesn't pop. You're still acidic. You still got the flavor going on, but it doesn't pop, and that's what it is. That fresh citrus is it's always hands down the best. So those two things, is not to be a positive, negative. It's just that's what I grew up with. That's what I know. So anybody that hasn't had it, you just got to try it, because either you like it or you don't. But the ones you buy in the store are different. On average, you get Clamato, a little bit of liquid seasoning. I use chamoy in mine. I love it. It thickens it up more. It's chili like sauce, but it's not spicy, and it makes it get a thicker feel. For me, it's better. It's almost more like a Bloody Mary. Tajin is a popular one now. The original Lucas stopped for some reason. Apparently, some kids got sick. The clay pots they used to mix the candy, a lot of them ended up with lead in them. And so I don't know how kids ate so much candy, they got lead poisoning and died, but it happened. And out of that, Lucas just got discontinued, but they have the other flavors. They're okay. The original one's my favorite, and I haven't found it. Last thing, in Texas, I have not found salitos. Salitos are little plums. They grow them, then they dehydrate them. They're that big. They come in a bag of 3 or 4. If you get them fresh, people will get these in Mexico. My mom's been there, and she remembers getting the one in the vinegar. It's a red vinegar, has the plums in there, and they scoop them into a little cup, and then they hand it to you. And my mouth's watering thinking about it. They have chili, salt, and the vinegar ones, and the salt ones usually get thrown in the beer. And as you drink it, it'll hydrate, and they'll eat it, and they'll spit it out. Or they just like the salt from it, and then they'll just drink it and leave it in there. So there's a whole lot of things with this that people are like, oh, I don't get it, I don't understand. It's just basically beer cocktails before beer cocktails was a thing. So, sorry that took so long. That was a long rant. Let's get to the beer. All right. All right, so obviously it's gonna be, a little bit red, very little. It's gonna have a mixture. It's supposed to be spicy. They probably made their own lager, and I killed that one right away, huh? Let's see if I can make a comeback from that one. Should dissipate fairly quickly. So this one, I'm not gonna do too much focus on the beer itself, because it's gonna be lost in the mixture, but let's see if it's prevalent at all. Nope. I get the spiciness, the citrusiness, and I catch, because of those two, I catch the malt in the background. None of the hoppiness or anything. Obviously, it's probably gonna be a lager, more than likely, because that's what the ones usually get mixed up. Salud. It's a little bitter, so I did put hops in it. There is natural bitterness within the tomato and stuff, but it's very minute, and the acidity kind of takes it away. You don't even notice it. This one, it makes it a little bit more prevalent, but it's not bad. It just tastes like someone got a Karbach and threw some spice in there. So it's not my favorite. I don't hate it. I'd rather do Bud Light Cheladas for some reason. They just appeal to me. But then again, I was drinking Bud Light at a young age, and those are the ones I usually put Clamato in it, and that's how I had it. So it kind of has a memory tied to it. This could be for you now. It doesn't matter. It's pretty solid. I wouldn't want it to be your first Chelada because that bitterness can be unappealing. She likes it, so she normally likes Chelada, so let's see what happens. To me, it's a little extra bitter, extra hoppy. You get a nice little spiciness from it. I would recommend putting a twist of lime in there, and that'll make it amazing. So, all right, not bad. Good try, Karbach. All right, there's another beer video for you.
Shit, that's spicy.
And for her, they can't handle spice. I don't think it's spicy at all. So if you're very sensitive to spice, don't do it. If you like spice, it's nothing. It's going to be like, oh, that's neat. All right, salute otra vez, and have a good night.